Hi everybody, Gabrielle here. I am back here to bring you a Divine Feminine reading, messages for those who need to hear them. And I pulled out the Wonderland Tarot deck for messages from our higher selves for those who need to hear them pertaining to this to this reading. And then I have the Spellcaster's Tarot on standby for any clarifiers we may need. So right now, the overall energy is the Hermit and the Four of Wands. Excuse me. We're using the Vice Versa deck. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Sun card. We have the World, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician, the Seven of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. In the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Swords. And messages from our higher selves, we have Seven of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So repeating cards, we have the Seven of Wands twice and the Four of Wands twice. The way the Hermit is looking at the Sun card is interesting. It's like, this is the path to happiness. This is the path to happiness. Follow the path to happiness. It's interesting, right? Because look, in the Four of Wands, there's the Sun hanging out right in the back, heading towards happiness, heading towards your ultimate abundance. So 777 is pertinent. Let's just put that out there since I'm looking at it. I have 99 out here as well. 44. Yeah, like the sequence of numbers 91919119. You're seeing them. I don't know what the hell that means, but that is very significant. 91919191. That whole time, I kid you not. Interesting. Yeah. There's something on the path that you're supposed to see about this connection. I know. I look at this serpent around the egg, right? And the serpent around the staff, and it's like, the Hermit, it seems as though is very comfortable with their role as being a guide, a healer, The Hermit only speaks to those who are truly grounded, is what this feels like here. It's like, see how you see the blue cloak here, the underside of the garment. See how the wand is here. It's just something about the grounded nature of a person. Like, the Hermit only shares the inner knowledge, the higher knowledge, with those who are willing to shed their skin and step out of their comfort zone. That's what I see. I'm looking at this egg like it's protection, you know? Like the outer shell of a person. Now this could be this could be a moment of enlightenment for the Divine Feminine. And I do feel like I'm talking to single Divine Feminines, honestly. I got 3 very, very single cards out here. 4, if I count the Queen of Swords. Yeah. The exterior some, right, comes across the opposite of who you truly are. It almost feels like a showdown between you and you. This is man versus himself. For some, I also get the impression that you're having to really dive deep. Like, really dive deep. Because for some, I feel like because of a level of illusion, whether self-illusion or not, the things in which you have been pulled towards it's like having a tough time discern it. Because the exterior of a person, right, seems sneaky, for lack of a better term. But it's like there's something that draws you to this person because you yourself, you know what I mean? It's like a strange mirror. The Hermit has a snake wrapped around his staff. It's a snake wrapped around the egg there, and it's like there's this commonality, there's this similarity of an ability to transform and to renew, to grow, to expand, because every time a snake sheds its skin, it's growing, right? It doesn't just do it just for the sake of doing it. It's for a purpose. You know, a snake goes into a type of a hermit mode, right? It finds a quiet place after it has a large meal, and it digests its food, right? It processes things. And then it gets to a point after so many meals where it begins to feel tight and uncomfortable in its own skin. And you see a snake find a rock or something rough or abrasive, right? And it begins to rub and rub and rub and begins to work loose the skin, and it takes it off. It's an amazing feat that it's able to really slide out in one full skin like it does, right? Not really leaving any remnants behind on itself. A clean exit from its last encapsulating skin. Restriction. A clean break from the restriction. And for some, you might be going through this shedding, this uncomfortable phase of having to find this rough, abrasive rock. And I mean, when I'm sitting here like rolling my body like I'm the head of the snake, and I'm rubbing the rock, trying to break free, trying to release this bind, just rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. And yeah, it feels irritating, but damn, it feels good too at the same time, because it's like relieving the itch, relieving the irritation, relieving the suffocation, the restriction. It's just, you keep rubbing at it and rubbing, and eventually you break free. Eventually you leave it all there and you just keep slinking forward. You are at a point right now, Divine Feminine. And I know this is you, not only because I asked that question, but as I was shuffling, the Empress flashed herself. So I know this is for Divine Feminines who are both single. And for some of you, I don't want to put an age group on it, but I just think I do. I see like 20 to 37 right now. I do. I just do. That's what I feel. With the Magician here, I do feel like we got some 40 plus as well with the Magician. Who's the Sag? I know the Magician is Gemini, Virgo. I'm aware. But I'm looking at Orion, the full archer, in the background. So this is going to resonate heavily for Divine Feminine who is a Sagittarius. A lot of Leo. A lot of Virgo out here. Libra. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it finished the Pluto retrograde. Bitch ain't starting. I think it just wrapped. Yeah, Pluto went direct on the 18th. Right. I'm looking at something. gotta change the date. I'm like, what? That don't make sense. I ain't flipped the calendar. That's funny. Oh yeah. What's that? Hold on. Something's going retrograde on the 31st. Give me a second. Shit. Yeah, the plutonium retrograde ended 10/2/19. So on Halloween, Mercury goes into retrograde. Uranus is in retrograde. Neptune's still in retrograde. I just had to see. I'm like, nah, because you can feel the shit shifting. Like, it's... Anyway. That's funny. On Halloween, the moon will be... What is that, Capricorn? What an interesting All Hallows Eve. It will be an evening of tricks or treats, won't it? But it's time. It's time. It really is. It's time to know the path. It's time to know your purpose. It's time. It's right here. I see this as enlightenment about your path. Like, truly. Overwhelmingly. What it is you're supposed to be doing with this twin flame journey. What it is for you. Truly. And for some of you, ironically enough, you are so over this shit. And I mean that. You are over this shit. I mean over it. You looking at your twin like he the devil. But the funny part about that, right? I'm not judging. If you see the devil in him, do you see the devil in yourself? We're mirrors, people. We're absolute mirrors. It's a hard pill to swallow, but every person you fucking encounter, right? Every soulmate relationship you have, it's just a mirror. I like to tell people, and I like to describe us as multifaceted, like a well-cut diamond, like a well-cut gem, cut to allow maximum light penetration. And that way, when the light, any light, it just shock. excuse me, it just shines. It shines. It just glimmers in such a way. And it's funny, right? Because when you are in the hands as a rough gem, right, of a, what are they called, lapidaries? An expert lapidary hands, the most amazing thing can happen. Whereas someone with inexperience looks at a stone and goes, oh, I may be only able to really utilize 1/8 of its total volume, right? Because they don't have the skills to maximize the rough stone. But someone else looks at that rough piece and goes, oh no, I can use the whole thing. I know how to cut that. Give me a minute. And lo and behold, they churn out this magnificent piece of jewelry, this rough stone, into this beautiful, amazing, light-catching device. Just, wow. Just pulls attention. It just attracts. It just, by design, cut to allow maximum light in. Now, recently, I discovered, I'm going to pull a bead out. Now, I just want to give you an example. Yes, I'm still making jewelry. It takes time. I'm learning some new things. But anyway, look at this, right? Look. Look at all the facets. Look at all the cuts. Look at that. No matter where you look, there's a shine, there's a glimmer. It's just the way it's cut. Whereas, you could just be, you know, tumbled in water, you know. You'll shine, right? You will. And you'll draw attention. And yes, there's light. But at the same time, in the hands of the divine, even the darkest stones emanate light. And I say that because some people are recovering from low self-esteem. Some people are being repaired from a lifetime of being put down, of being told they ain't shit, they'll never be shit, because their mama wasn't shit and their daddy wasn't shit. You know that. And you've chosen over and over again to rebuild yourself, to consciously lean on the divine, to call out to your creator. In spite of them, in spite of their words and their negativity, their treachery, all that. Yeah? In spite of, you lean on the divine. But even with all of that, right, it's interesting because there's like the extremes, right, where in one instance, no one's perfect. And yeah, we've all done things that we're not proud of. And yes, we've had things done to us that deeply wounded us. But in the middle of both those extremes, we have our own responsibility. And being able to recognize your, as I like to say, shadow, and knowing it very well, is not the same thing as living in your shadow. That's why it's like, if you're looking at your divine masculine like he's the devil, is it because you have finally recognized your own devilish qualities? Or are you still needing to recognize your own devilish qualities? Just being, just saying. Yeah, he's not what you thought he was going to be. That's because people mistake this journey for romantic love instead of for what it is, which is cosmic love, and that's a different lesson in a different package. It's different. Y'all ever watch, like, what's it called, Merlin or King Arthur? But like the original, the one they used to put on TV, like it would run for like 90 nights. It was epic. And when Arthur went out in search of the Holy Grail, and he found that cave, and he saw all the riches and all the this and that, and then he saw this one plain ass cup. One plain ass cup. And he picked that cup up. Lo and behold, it was that one. Wasn't the one with all the diamonds and rubies encrusted on it? Nah. It was the one. It was a wooden cup. A carved cup. Why? Because Jesus was a carpenter. And wouldn't that make more sense? The rottings, of a carpenter would be something of a wooden creation, something of earth, something that is grounding, connecting, alive at one point. A sacrifice. Think about it. The tree, even if it gives a limb, that's a sacrifice. If you cut a limb from a tree, is that not a sacrifice? Just saying. So, you gotta use your logical mind and your metaphysical mind sometimes. What would a carpenter be doing with a gold cup, that of metalworking? Wasn't his craft, was it? Think about that. Wasn't his craft. Look what's right here next to the 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Who's lying about their work? Interesting. These are just messages for those who need to hear them, so. You know what's funny? See, here, how she's walking down this path. This path is going to be very lucrative, by the way. Look at the other side of the Hermit. See the moon? See the moon? See the bird? See the bird? Being guided. You really are being guided. The funny part is, right, she's focused on the dove. Dove is a sign from the Most High. She's focused on spiritual peace, spiritual stability, spiritual union. You are. Stay that way. And by focusing on your peace, your divine peace, like he's so close to you. He's so close. I mean the Most High. If you can't feel his presence, his love, his warmth wrapped around you, that constant cooing in your ear is that of the divine. You know it. You know it. You know it. He protects from every angle. He guides you everywhere. Even, look, even from the stones you choose to wear, okay? There's no accident. The words you speak, they are constantly in your ear, guiding you, keeping you. Just like that truck clearing the way for you, doing the heavy lifting. Allowing you to be free to enjoy yourself, like this little kid outside, just riding his scooter. You know what I mean? Just you, able to do you and be like this sun car. It's beautiful. It really is. And it's so funny. For those of you where finances were tight, they're not tight anymore. They're not going to be anymore. They're really not. You are well on your way. Well on your way. I hope they don't fall. There's birdseed out there and they're trying to crush it. And it's like, really, children? Hopefully one of their parents' common sense levels kicks in real soon. I would shut the door, but it's too nice. I can't. That's life, y'all. It just gets better and better and better. But I also feel like there's a test coming. I know. I do. There's just this little patch here. There's a little patch. I don't really like that patch. And I think you feel that patch. Seven of Swords. There's a little patch. The path goes around this patch, okay? So it feels more like it could be a distraction. But it feels like a test with the sevens out here. 777. It's interesting. Okay. Yeah. You got some haters, Divine Feminine. Some people see you climbing, right? Who doesn't? Haters are Pokemon. They really are. In some ways, you gotta collect them all. You know? I keep teasing them to get myself a really cute Pokemon charm. Like a nice one. I don't want like the little plastic ones you see the kids with. No. I want a nice one. But, it's not important enough. But it's just a kitschy little reminder that haters are made. And that no matter where you go, you're going to run into them in the most extreme locations. I forget which, a lot of comedians have made jokes about, Pokemon, playing Pokemon Go. And, there being creatures on top of people's heads and how they've been in bathrooms and in the urinals and different things. And they're like, damn, is it wrong right now that there's a Pokemon that I need and I want to capture it, but it's inappropriate? Like, it's dumb shit. It's not my joke, so I can't really, deliver it. Excuse me. But, y'all get what I mean. Someone sees you, right? And I do mean sees you. Six of Cups. Page of Swords. Someone sees you. They watch. But you know they watch you. And they see you closing out cycles. They do. Like, actively closing out cycles. This person, it's like, it's funny. Alright, where I grew up, we had a lot of people from all over. But we had a heavy Puerto Rican population. And Puerto Ricans are notoriously superstitious in a lot of ways. Same thing with Asians, Chinese especially. And they always like to touch you. Like if you're pretty or if they think you lucky, they always want to rub up on you. They want to hold you and touch you and, stroke your hair. Like little dumb shit. And as a kid, I was always like dodging people. Like, you don't become a light worker. You are a light worker. You are literally born this way. You're born this way. There's nothing you can do about it. That, you know what I mean? Like, I called everybody else conjurers. No tea, no shade. But there are the naturally born and there are the learned. Naturally born and the learned. Yeah. Difference. And so there's people on the planet being occupied by all sorts of things. All sorts of things. All sorts of entities. All sorts of things. You don't know? You don't know? Some people know, though. Some people got their own gifts and talents. And you're dealing with some people, or a person in particular, who know you just fucking lucky. It's, you got this fire. You got this thing on lock. You have mastered the masculine and the feminine. They know this. They know. They know. They know. Bitch, they know. They know. You want it, you got it. Dripping like water. You want it, you got it. Dripping like water. Dripping like water. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, okay? But they also know you closing out cycles. You trying real fucking hard. This person is intentionally trying to prevent you from reaching your true pinnacle of success. But I said attempting to. It's just an attempt. See how the Seven of Swords is looking at the world? It's just a delay. We just trying to throw a monkey wrench in your plan. Trying to keep you from being able to focus and churn out your work. Try to, you see how here the pentacles are translucent and here they're, you can see them motherfuckers, like you can touch them, tangible. They're trying to block your ability to manifest, your ability to create. That's a dumb move, my nigga. Nothing stops the show. Divine Feminine. Mm. You know what I love about what I'm seeing? The amount of enlightenment that you have. The fact that you've already taken it to the Most High. You've given it to your parents. It's already handled. I see so much protection. So much protection. By day, by night, by the astral world. I mean, baby, you ain't gotta do nothing. You can sleep. I could sleep. Sleep. Let me stop. I can't do that. It's a great, I think it's Incubus. I know, right? I know, right? The irony of the band. I know, right? I know. It is not lost on me. But I feel like for some of you, they using the children, right? They using the children. I see 2 pages as a distractionary device to keep you from being able to churn out your work. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Alright, y'all. You know how I get. You know how I get. You know how I get. So there's a sconce in somebody's house, a wooden one. Where there's a surveillance piece of equipment. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? A wooden sconce. It's got scroll work in it. There's curtains on it and everything. It's it's a surveillance piece, recording device. Yeah, it shouldn't be there. The fuck is that? Yeah, it's got night vision. I don't know if this is in your bedroom or not, but it's got night vision. It records day or night. You must be living with somebody. I feel like this person used to ask you all the time if you was seeing someone. You have children with this person. This is definitely the child's parent. Um, you kept saying, nah, 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 I'm working on myself, nah, 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 I'm working on myself, nah, 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 I'm working on myself, nah, nah, nah. And they ain't believe that. All they thought is that it has to be somebody else. It has to be somebody else. Maybe it was somebody before in the past. Maybe it went down like that. But, is there a mic? Is this a mic? I don't even think this has a mic. I think this just has, it's just a camera. Interesting. Yeah. They might even be having your kids spy on you. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, how you gonna use somebody's kid as a pawn? You gonna pay for that. I ain't even worried about you. Poof, be gone. This person has even resorted to spiritual manipulation, or they're attempting to. They watching readings and everything. I mean, they really watching readings. But they also watching, they looking up shit. Let's put it that way. They trying to become what you are. Like I said, they're the naturally born, and then they're the conjurers. This is a conjurer. This is a learned person. You ever feel the fire of God rise up in you? Like anger, like real anger, like out of the blue? Like I feel that right now. Like righteous indignation. It's weird. I'm going to swallow that back down because that's not me. I'm not actually, I feel it, but I don't, it's not mine. And in this instance, this could be some level of self-righteous indignation from this person who's attempting to learn what you have been blessed with. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. They are having a tough time. They're having a tough time because everything that you are you are blessed and 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 blessed. Don't be sharing your natal chart information with nobody. You understand? Nobody. Not right now. You got some people in your midst trying to learn some things about you. Interesting. But here's the funny part. It won't matter what they learn, because the level of protection I see out here is wild. It's wild. You are, they try. I mean, and I mean, this person is watching hard. I had, oh, interesting. Okay. Sorry. It's this person. Look at the belt on the magician. See, I told you they're really attempting to interfere, but they can't. They can't. Whoever this is for, you were born lucky. Period. That shit real. That shit real. That shit is real. And there's nothing you can do to someone who is born lucky, because they literally have the universe on their side. I almost feel like this is a warning for the people who are attempting to do this, because they're going to be bested every time. But Divine Feminine, this is on your path. You encountering these pseudo-foes. And all they'll do is continue to watch in the background and low-key talk shit because his horn's on the ground. But you know how this goes. There really is no such thing as bad press. Like press, 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 press. Cardi don't need more press. Give them hoes bulletproof vests. Just saying, like that. All negativity goes back to the source of its negativity. You know what I mean? You ain't got nothing to worry about. And as a matter of fact, it's only a matter of time before this person reveals themselves. But like I said, this is on your path. It really is. This is really on your path. Isn't it funny how that's 11, 1, 7, and 4, right? 11, 11, 11, right? The 11-11 portal's coming. Some shakeups. It's like we're counting down to this portal. I don't want to say D-Day, but you know, it could be D-Day could be a delightful day. I do see the sun out here. You know what I mean? It's going to be a delightful day. A realization and epiphanies and people getting knocked down, honestly. If it wasn't built right, it's coming down. But your higher self, right? Because look, if it's 11 wands, it means you hit the 10, and I'm just saying 11 because that's the literal number out here. But at the same time, that's like going back to 1. Your higher self, right? Whew. She ready. She ready. Yeah. Like, let me tell you how big and bad your higher self is. Nah, 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 nah. Look at this shit. Look, 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 look. Alright, look. Your higher self said, fine, we gotta fight. And in this fight, you end up using 3 wands, right? Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. But you quickly recover. That's how I see that. You go from all this chaos, right, to look at this delightful order. You quickly regain your stability. Even though it's a drop, you quickly regain your stability. Look. 3 of Wands. It's like you bounce back. I woke up in beast mode. Beast mode, yeah. Last night I took a L, but today I bounced back. Or what is it? However the lyrics go. But that shit, bounce back, bounce back, bounce back. Mm, mm, mm. Cause you on some other shit. We gonna leave that right there. Shh. You quickly recover. You quickly recover. So, you even still have time for tea. Look, somebody, it's an attempt to throw you off. I promise you it is. To distract you with this. Look, to get you off course. To waste time. But like I said, you recover. Look, Alice like, listen, Rabbit. You gonna be where you're supposed to be when you're fucking supposed to be there. Bam. Back on course. This is funny. But this is funny. This is really funny. Like, really though? It's one of these sort of moments. It's a really though. That's funny. I would tell you why your shit don't work, but I'm not. I'm not. It's not supposed to work. And who am I to correct what the divine has blocked? Mom's the motherfucking wood. Thank y'all for that. Huh. That's so funny. Even if this is your divine masculine, I feel like this is like the saga continues type bullshit. Look, didn't I tell you the Most High is with you? Your parents are with you. See the dove? You on the path with the dove? And see, when this person comes around, right? See how your little peace dove gets dropped to the ground? Like, you looking at them, but it's like, party and bullshit. Look, like she looking at her dove. Like, side eye. She like, don't kick my fucking dove. She like, how my dove get over there on the ground? What's this dead thing over here? It's like, he leading you to this dead thing over here. Your piece is this way. Careful. Careful. They've never led you astray. Be careful of the distractions. like I said, I see a lot of single cards out here. And even though it don't have to be a divine masculine, although they are housed in many different forms, I'm just saying, I'd rather draw close to the Most High than to a mortal. Just saying. Always have, though. I'm like, oh, my best friend. I know. If your best friend is not your heavenly family, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we have people in the flesh for sure that have our counsel and our camaraderie and that, but I mean, your day one is your day one. You feel me? Like, in the womb, he was protecting you and you got through. You know how many children don't actually make it through? That's what I mean. Like, you gotta, them blessings on blessings on blessings. Like, Father, forgive them. They don't know. Like, really, like, it's deep. It's the simplest things. I was telling somebody this the other day, like, learn to count your blessings. Alright, y'all. Learn to count your blessings. I gotta go. I have to go. Light and love to you all. I hope these messages find you for those who need you. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. They are greatly appreciated. You can find me at intuitivedownloads19@gmail.com or tell all your business tarot on Instagram. Thank you for your private bookings. Thank you for your donations. They are greatly appreciated. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.